The beautiful part about being in the restaurant business is that you get to create memories for your guests. And for real restaurant pros like you, this is what it's all about. The unfortunate reality is sometimes those memories, those memorable moments, aren't always positive or even your fault. And since the pandemic, many restaurants are telling me tales of some of the most difficult customers they've ever encountered. Hey there, Restaurant Pro. This is Dave Scott Peters, restaurant expert, coach, and creator of the Restaurant Prosperity Formula. And I want to talk to you about how to deal with difficult customers and give you tips and strategies for success. While we've always had difficult customers in the restaurant industry, like I've grown up in this business, family restaurant catering business back in the 1980s. I've been an operations manager in the 1990s and a chief operating officer of a 30-unit restaurant sports bar chain. I've been around the block. I've seen difficult customers. But the reality is, since the pandemic, the numbers of these difficult customers, well, they've exploded. And heck, they even have a name for them now, Karen. And I'm sorry if your name is Karen. I know it's a tough rap. With that being said, restaurants need to learn how to deal with them, how to deal with these difficult customers. The key in dealing with difficult customers is to understand that empathy and communication are critical in dealing with difficult customers. Let's talk about the importance of empathy. Why is that? Why is it so important? Empathy is really the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. So as we're sitting across from that person, or actually in this case, standing, looking down at that customer, we've got to be able to have them share their feelings with you. And it's essential. Because in dealing with difficult customers, it shows that you care, that you're listening, that you have concerns for what their feelings are, that they're valid. By demonstrating empathy, you can build rapport with your customers, which basically de-escalates the tense situation and creates a positive atmosphere where you can help, basically diffuse that customer's frustrations. Remember, it's a feeling. They're frustrated. It's really not much different than in your personal relationships. The difference is these are very short, personal relationships. So here's some examples of demonstrating empathy. Listen actively to your customer's concern without interpreting or becoming defensive. Just be an active listener. Let them tell their story. Nod, look them in the eye, be fully engaged. Give them 100% of your attention. Acknowledge their feelings by saying things like, I understand how frustrating that must be. Or I can see why you're upset. Again, you're not saying that they're right. You're not saying that they're wrong. You're saying, I get you. I see you. I hear you. I get you. And you can express empathy through body language. So be very, very conscious that you're not looking like you're pissed off. Instead, nod, right? Look up, I get it. Again, eye contact is critical. Don't fold your arms and stand, look like you're pissed and like, I really don't want to listen to you. Really important that you look like you genuinely care. With empathy, you can offer sincere apology. Like truly say, we are so sorry, and ask how you can make things right. So now this comes into the communication part. Why is communication so important? Communication is essentially, is essential in dealing with difficult customers because it enables you to explain your position clearly and address any misunderstandings. Clear communication helps you prevent conflict and build trust with your customers and create positive experiences that can encourage repeat business. Here are some examples of how you might clearly communicate. Use clear, concise language that's easy to understand. Repeat back the customer's concern to ensure that, you understand them correctly and they know that you understand them correctly. That's critical. Avoid using jargon or technical terms that maybe we use in our industry, like, that item was 86th. We just didn't put it in our POS. Like, what the hell does that mean? Like, make sure they can understand what you're talking about. Provide explanations and solutions to your customers' concerns. Ensure that they understand the steps that you are taking to address their issue, that you're not just brushing them under the carpet. Because when we do this, when we communicate properly, we can now then focus on that building rapport. And the importance of building rapport is big in this, because building rapport with customers is essential to dealing with difficult customers because it helps you create a positive relationship and reduce the tension. Again, we talked about that just a little bit ago. Because you're not a big bad company, You're an individual. You're an actual person that they're talking to. We can hate a company. It's much harder to hate a person. Positive rapport can also help prevent, future conflicts and build customer loyalty. Because when somebody has a bad experience, it's visceral, it's deep inside them. Do you know when you have the opportunity to turn that around before it goes out, they go play it on, play the games on Yelp or TripAdvisor or Google and give you a bad review. When you get that bad experience, even if it wasn't your fault, and you can turn it around and build rapport with that guest, they'll remember it forever. Now this negative turns into the greatest positive, one of your best regulars from this point forward. Some examples of building rapport might be friendly and approachable. Again, body language is big in this. And try to connect with a customer on a personal level. I teach this when it comes to service. When you walk up to a table, it's not, hi, my name is, it's, hey, that's a great hat. Where'd you get that purse? Oh, where'd you guys come from? Did you come from the park? ... Where you start a conversation that we're human beings first. Well, that helps with difficult customers as well, because rapport is critical. Using customers' name is important. If you got their name, you have it, use their name. People love to hear their name. That's the number one thing they love to hear. Make that eye contact. Show that you're engaged. Be an active listener. Ask open-ended questions to encourage the customer to share their concerns and their feelings. You can show genuine interest in the customer's experience by providing personalized recommendations on how you can fix a situation or what you can recommend in the menu, from timing, you name it. By demonstrating empathy, communicating clearly, and building rapport with difficult customers, you can create a positive and memorable dining experience that can encourage repeat business and generate positive reviews. Be sure to join me live every Friday at 8 a.m. Pacific time on YouTube, travel schedule permitting, where I'll get you pumped about the upcoming weekend, get you excited about crushing your goals and finding the motivation to be best you possible. Plus, I'll answer your burning questions live.